Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I have a new leather card from Lancelot Leather. It's a little bit thicker, a little heavier, so it should make for some interesting slaps. But yeah, check out Lancelot Leather, and then also check out EDC Roundtable, I believe it is. They made me some hanks and stuff too to go along with everything. I think this is Lancelot Leather, and then the other group is EDC Roundtable. Yeah, here it is. I think this one right there. There you go. Very cool. I appreciate that. We'll be using this moving forward. Okay, so let's see here. Oh yeah, thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. I appreciate the double side on the card there. That's pretty sweet. Okay. This is from QSP, and we haven't seen anything from QSP for a bit. We actually, I'm just gonna muscle into this. There's actually something. There's some new stuff in here, and then there's also one thing that for some reason never got reviewed. And I was talking with the guy from QSP, and I said, I don't think I ever reviewed that. And he said, well, you definitely had it. And he showed me a screenshot, and I was like, well, golly, you're right, I did. So what do we have here? Hold on, let's see. I think I want to open up these two guys first. Yeah, Swordfish. Okay, so all of this stuff should be available. I'll link it down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links before you pick something up, but that's entirely up to you. Yeah, so QSP had some button locks that I'd never taken a look at. And listen, I'm certain that, you know, many other channels have covered this stuff. It's just hard for me because I got about a million things to cover. But I still want to, you know, I've always enjoyed QSP, so I always want to take a look. Boy, that's beautiful. QSP does one of the best examples of a premium tumbling on a budget knife, because I'm almost certain that this is not a horribly expensive knife. But this is a finish that would be acceptable on, you know, there are knives that cost hundreds of dollars that have a similar finish, and QSP does like the best example of this at this price point. So very cool. No drag or anything off the button, which is great. No stick. We have a nice, I'm going to call this a Wharncliffe blade. I think that's appropriate. We got a little wire clip there. We got some burlap micarta, which isn't my favorite, but I think these come in you know, a few different variations. And then of course 14C28N steel. This is definitely a full-size knife. I mean, I would call it a full-size knife. We put it up against like the Ritter Hogue. Yeah. So we're looking at least 8 inches. I bet this is more like 8 1/4. Let's measure it here real quick. Nope, it's just a little over 8. It's 8 1/8. So there you go. All right, well, so far good. I can't find anything that's, you know, like blatantly bad about this. We have nested liners. That's always good. QSP still offering some of the best quality at this territory, assuming their prices have not, you know, gone insane or anything like that. So then when we also have the Lark, again, in 14C28N, nice to see that they're, you know, getting in there with that blade steel. There are some companies that are trying to use some weird stuff, and it just doesn't really make sense. Yeah, okay. It's kind of straightforward. We got a fully flat ground. Is that like a... Boy, it almost looks like a hand-rubbed satin finish. I think this is a machine satin, but they just do the grind lines differently. Yeah, it's okay. It kind of looks like metal hair. You know what I mean? We got a liner lock, nested liner lock. This is a front flipper, which... yeah, that works. And then we got like a little unobtrusive, little like mostly hidden little, it's like a corner flipper, right? Filler tab so that you can mount the pocket clip for lefty carry, nested clip and recessed screws, which is always great. A couple of standoffs, nested liners. Very straightforward design. One of those designs where the blade is almost entirely hidden inside of the handle, which is aesthetically pleasing, both in the closed and open position. There's still, you know, it's not like they're hiding a teeny tiny blade. A lot of times, just like I said with the Elixir, a lot of times when companies try to do that, you end up with a really weird blade to handle ratio because the blade has to be so much smaller to get that to work. Can you touch the blade? Speaking of that. No, good job. Okay. This guy's going to be a little bit smaller. So I bet that's about 7.5. Let's take a look. Almost exactly. Just shy. 7.35, something like that. All right, 14C28N. Not bad on this guy. I do like this guy a little better. What was this one? Hold on. Before we open the last one. The second one was the Lark. The first one was the Swordfish. Okay? Yeah, Swordfish button lock. And in this last one, believe it or not, I did have this. I had this for a bit, and for some reason, it never actually went up for review. Look at that. Woo! Cool. They didn't tell me they were sending one with Timascus. The Rhino. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember the wild spine jimping here. Look at that. So we have M390 titanium frame lock. Very nice, very smooth. Boy, why I have such a lackluster memory of this thing. I wonder how it ended up not getting on my review table. So we have a Tanto. It's like a clip Tanto, right? Long fuller here. M390, satin finish. Get about, hold on, let me feel this. That's about medium detent. It's about where you would want it. That fuller allows you to reverse flick it easily. I love these fullers that run all the way down the blade. Super handy. This, is it smaller than I remember? I honestly just can't remember. So they obviously offer this in a few different configurations. This is Timascus, and the backspacer is also Timascus. Look at that twist. How they do that there. That's cool. Blasted frame, lock bar insert, all that. Plenty of access to the lock bar. You can see there. It's right above. Here's the frame, and then they cut it above that. That's what I like to see. The action's great. The action is super smooth. In the past, I had handled some QSP premium knives. It's so funny. A lot of companies for a long time that were like exceptional with premium stuff would, funny enough, have some goofball budget stuff that just didn't work. And other companies were the other way around. Their budget stuff was really excellent and their premium stuff was lackluster. And oddly, QSP had a couple of examples where the premium knives just didn't really feel all that great and their budget stuff felt amazing. But this, the reason I'm bringing that up is because this feels very, very good. Obviously, this thing needs a proper review. Now, this is the one that I'm holding here is obviously a more expensive version with the Timascus clip, but they'll probably have base versions, and I couldn't imagine that they're horribly expensive. Thank you so much to QSP for sending in some new models. It has been a while, and I'm excited to talk about this brand again. I think that's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.